welcome to our regular monthly speaker night. And tonight is the Hillandalers Snowmobile Club. I was just asking Heather if they've started praying for snow yet. She said no. So anyway, the Winthrop, Maine Hillandalers Snowmobile Club was formed in 1969, which was something I didn't realize. Been around for a long time. And they did it just to have a good club and do a lot of riding together, I'm assuming, right? And you still do that?
Yeah. It was started, it's actually Hillandalers.
Hillandalers, I'm sorry, you're right.
And maybe Bob knows. Don't ask me who made up that name. It's been that.
Hill and Dale.
The beginning.
Hill and
Dales. Yes.
There you go.
There we go.
Hillandalers.
All right. And so you still manage 30 miles of trails?
A little over 30.
Okay.
Yep.
Very good. And you go by my house in Maranacook?
Oh, yeah. Probably.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know you do. I see you. While I'm sitting inside while it's really warm. So anyway, tonight they're going to talk to us about all that their club does and entails. But before we get to that, October 9th is our next speaker night, and it's probably going to be Carol Momston, who was a Hafley, and her grandfather was Mr. Wilson. And so she is going to talk about the dollar store, but she's going to talk more about his baseball career, which should be very interesting. So, and then on November 13th is the American Legion Post 40 history. And that's our last two for this year. So if you have a subject that you would like to speak about, contact Mary anytime.
Or anybody.
Or anybody, if you want to come in and just talk to somebody here in the center. We're open on Thursdays and on Saturdays. And other times by chance, if our cars are in the driveway, you can always step in. And we'd love to hear anything that has to do with Winthrop. So think about that. All right. Anything else I'm supposed to say, Mary?
Next week for our yard.
Yeah, I could say.
Oh, yes. Next week is our yard sale.
Parking lot.
Out in the parking lot. So pray for good weather, please, on that Saturday. And it's from
10 to 3.
10 to 3. Yes. I love yard sales.
Are you looking for donations or?
We've got quite a bit, but we could take anything.
We allow people to have a table. The cost is $15. And you're more than welcome if you would like to bring your items and set up a table. We'd be happy to have you.
You can rent the space and drive your car right in and leave your car with you, so you don't have to go back and forth with carrying things.
Right.
It includes your space for your table and your car.
And if you have stuff you would like to donate for us to sell, that's okay too. But we do have a lot already. So,
It's okay.
yes. So all of those options are there. Okay. So, are you guys ready?
Haven't been quite.
Ed?
Sure.
And Nancy Godfrey.
Yes.
And
Are you?
husband? No? Okay. He's saying no.
Oh, no, he doesn't want to be in.
Okay. Okay.
No.
So, and who wants to own this for the next
I'll
few
start.
minutes?
Oh, go ahead.
Hi. You do introduction.
It's so funny.
I'm Nancy Godfrey. I'm on the, oh, I have to be up here.
Yeah,
It helps.
on the side of the screen, yeah.
Yeah, if you could go over there, we can get that.
Right to the corner where.
Green.
You look great. You look great right
I don't know what
There
it's
we go.
going to record.
Bill Vanna, go.
Well, yeah, I'm Nancy Godfrey and I'm on the board. I'm one of the directors of the Hillandalers Snowmobile Club, and this is Heather Groves, who is also on the board. You can go to the next slide, or am I?
Do you want to do it,
No,
Heather?
It's the down button.
I don't hope we don't have to turn it on. I don't yell at work.
Some of our mission statement was just read this morning. We do have just over 30 trails in the Winthrop area, and these connect to other local township clubs and also to an interstate connecting ITS, interconnecting trail system, the ITS system, which goes through the whole state of Maine and branches out into New Hampshire and Canada. And I do have a map slide. So this is a statewide trails, and the interstate connecting trails, the ITS trails, are the red ones. And the green are just some of the local club trails. So each township is responsible for their local trails. The mileage varies, like the Lewiston Club has a lot more miles than we do, but we have just over 30. And Hillandalers was started in 1969 by Joe Furlot, if anybody knows that name. Yes, some. And he was very instrumental in not only starting the Hillandalers Club, but starting the ITS trails throughout the whole state. So these are our local trails. They sometimes change from year to year, but we hope they don't. We did have to close one this past year. As you can see, it's got a red color on it.
Why?
There were some landowner issues on one part of the trail that we had to close down. This is over by 133 and Fellows Lane. And unfortunately, it's a gigantic connection off of Maranacook Lake. So even though this is, it's still open, but you can only go from here to here and turn around and go back because this section had to be closed. So that just happened last winter. So we are still working on trying to reroute that trail through different landowners so we can get that reopened again. The state snowmobile clubs are very complicated in the departments that we have to funnel through. It's the Bureau of Parks and Lands, Department of Agriculture, Conservation and Forestry. We go through the Secretary of State, the Bureau of Corporations, Elections and Commissions. We do have to be registered with the state with a tax ID number. And we do have bylaws for our club. The club officers include our president, who is Jeff Cobb, if anybody knows the Cobbs. Heather is our vice president. Trail master is Heather's husband, Steve Groves. I am the secretary. I've been the secretary for
As long as I've been here.
I know.
No,
Other times. We have a treasurer.
yeah, I think she was after a fly.
It's Jan?
Oh, sorry. I didn't know I got turned off. I apologize.
We have a membership coordinator, and our club officers are elected the first meeting of every month, which is the first, I'm sorry, what?
Every year.
Every year. Our first meeting is the first Wednesday in October. So I'm giving the people who are the members now, and when we get reelected. Next slide. Capital equipment grants. Now we know why Bob is here. So
Yes.
because I'm not going to be able to explain it correctly. We do get some support from the state, municipal grants and a state grant that are available to clubs. They're based on a scoring system, and the percentage of reimbursement is calculated each year by the state. Is that correct, Bob?
Yes.
Okay. In addition to the equipment purchases that we have, our grant funds are used to support the club's time. This is all volunteer. and our efforts to maintain the trails. So we have to mow the trails, we cut and brush all the trails, we do excavation, we build bridges, we do culverts, we put signage up.
No, Nancy puts signs up. Let's rephrase that.
Nancy puts the signs up.
Nancy.
We put the signs up in the fall, we take them all down in the spring, and our grooming and ongoing maintenance is usually throughout the whole season.
Something else, another area where we get funds is the town of Winthrop collects snowmobile registrations. And a portion of those registrations are given to the snowmobile club to help support our efforts every year as well.
This is just an example of some of our grooming equipment. We have what we call drags that flatten out the trails and even out the snow. This is a different drag. This is a nice aerial view, which I believe was taken from the top of the Pisgah Tower.
Oh.
Yep. So there's one of our groomers at the top at night, as you can see, volunteering because we all work all day and then we do all this trail work on weekends and nights. Another groomer that we have, and here's an example of what we have to do before it snows. So, yes,
You own that equipment.
we do. We do. So when we use our funds from the state, to get reimbursed for some of our purchases, because this equipment is not cheap. Oh, yes, it's very expensive. So,
Watch this for a minute.
So you have to maintain the trails all year round.
we do. We do.
And what do you do with the trails when you're not snowmobiling?
Well, we start working on the trails as soon as we have our first meeting, the first Wednesday in October. Then what we usually do is meet every Sunday. And behind Cumbies, if anybody wants to join us, it's every Sunday morning. We meet behind Cumbies.
Where's
and
that?
Cumberland Farms,
Oh,
sorry,
Cumbies.
Cumbies, Cumberland Farms. And depending on how many people show up on that Sunday morning, our trail master has chores and things, and you go here and we need bridge work over here and ditch work over here. And when we are clearing the trails, because they are grown up this high, they all have to be mowed first. And we usually walk most of them. So those 30+ miles are walked by the club members every year to make sure that they're clear of debris. Walk, or we do have 4-wheelers too. So people come to Cumberland Farms with their 4-wheelers and I'm sorry, go on.
No, you have to be in pretty good shape to do that.
Nancy's in excellent shape.
Well, I'm
Better
not
than me.
questioning, but you can't get someone real old.
Well,
Even though they-
that's interesting that you bring that up because I'll give you an example of a lot of clubs are like shutting down because we don't have the income coming in of new young people to take our place because yeah, we really don't. The Augusta Snowmobile Club shut down last year, 2 years ago. Or 3 years ago? Yeah, I mean, that's a major hub of snowmobile trails. And the whole thing just shut down because they didn't have anybody to replace the young bloods.
And so there's a break in the trail. You can't go from here to Canada if there's one group people, there's no.
That's correct. Yep, yep. So this is what we come across. Here's just an example. So let's say that we're walking or 4-wheeling all 35 miles of trails. We might be here for quite a while because look how many trees fell and there's snow on the ground. So we may clear all the trails in the fall, then we get a storm and we got to go back out and do it again. So here's an example of this was the entrance at the end of the trail to Little Cobbossee Lake. This is Little Cobbossee, and this was just last Anyway, so we had everything all ready and then somebody rode the trail and called us up and said, but you can't get on the lake anymore. What lake? You can't even see the lake. So it's ongoing. It is. And a lot of us who ride the local trails and we do the work, we ride our trails with chainsaws and clippers and just in case there's something blocking our way. We build a lot of bridges. Bridge building is one of my favorite things to do. This, if anybody has been to Ace Hardware, this is right behind, you know, where they weigh the deer.
Yeah.
That strip to the left of Ace Hardware, that was a bridge that we had to put in. This is a bridge that, well, you know where that was? We had a bridge, it's on 202, right by the farm stand, Stevenson's,
Yep.
is it the farm stand? We had a bridge coming.
They got hit.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Thought there was a picture of the post. There was a very nice bridge there and there was some car accident and some crazy person went over and dumped their car on our bridge. So we had to go build the bridge again.
Sure.
So landowners and liability, we talked a little bit about landowners and you saw we had a small portion of our trail closed. What you didn't hear was that we have over 150 landowners. So if at any point in time, one of them says, no more, we're like, oh, okay.
Or their property sells.
Or their property sells
The
and
new
the new
one's
homeowner
like-
doesn't want to do it.
No.
So it becomes a lot of knocking on doors, a lot of cold calls, a lot of, hey, we're looking to do this. We see your tax map happens to connect to A, B, and C. Can we continue through your property? So everything we do, all of our land, it's all on private property. So it's very important to know that everybody stay on the trails. We harp it as much as we can, but there are always teenagers. I will have one someday. He's 9 right now. I'm totally preparing myself for it. Yeah, so they give us permission to use the land. Any questions on land? So Hillandalers membership, if anybody's interested, we do have individual, family, and business with the pricing 40, 50, and 60. On average, we have between 75 and 95 members a year, depending on how much snow we have. I believe last year we had around 80. The previous year we had closer to 100 just because of snow.
Didn't come.
Didn't come. Every year we are involved with the Maine Snowmobile Association. They are kind of like the mothership, the mother entity, I will call them. They do a big super raffle that helps local clubs. So you sell tickets and you get half of the proceeds. So it's one ticket for $2, 6 for 10. You either get $1 or $5 back. And they have some really great raffles. There's always at least 2 snowmobiles every year. There's always snowmobile trailers, oodles. These are all gift cards, power sports, various places. So this is just another way that we try to make money. I don't know if any of you have ever seen Nancy and I sitting out front of Audette's. We're usually there the first deer hunting day every year, I
Yes.
feel like.
Yep.
The first Saturday of deer season. Extracurricular activities, we don't just do snowmobiling trails. Every year we're involved with the Winthrop Holiday Parade. I'm sure some of you have seen our floats. Progressive dinner rides. Oh, I love a progressive dinner ride. I've only ever been on one.
Does everybody know what that means?
No.
Tell us about it.
No.
Okay. All right.
I'll give it back to you.
So you pick somebody's house that is going to host appetizers. Everybody snowmobiles to house number 1 for the appetizers. Then we snowmobile to house number 2 for dinner. And then we snowmobile to house number 3 for dessert. It's great fun. We've done it. Oh no,
We
we've
did
done it.
one like club trip to the weather vane before the kids fell asleep at the table.
Yes, we've done one. It's weather dependent and then we plan it and then it rains and then we can't do it. So we haven't done a progressive ride in a long time. So we're very excited about that. We have monthly meetings, as I said. It's October through April, the first Wednesday of the month at the Tavern on the Hill up where Peppers used to be. That's where we host our meetings. And as Heather said, that we have between 75 and 100 paying members. That's not who comes to the monthly meetings, those 75 people. That would be great. And there's also not 75 people who show up at Cumberland Farms to work on all the trails too. So we appreciate the members, absolutely, and they help us financially. But we have a core group of worker bees, I guess you call it. So, and we are aging, as I said before, and we're looking for young blood to come in.
So,
Keep calm, everybody, and wait for snow. Right? Any other questions? Yes.
Well, no, I've asked the question. You asked it. I did too. All right. Anyway, this is a great way for new people who move to the community to get acquainted.
Yes.
People that move from away, and I know a lot of them, feel that Maine is not very friendly to new people. And it's hard to get involved in a group that is fun. I think belonging to your group would be a lot of fun. And you really need a lot of people to do all this work that are younger, like in their 30s and so forth. Is there any way you could encourage people to become snowmobilers, making it easier for them to find a reasonable vehicle and so on, because they're expensive?
It is. We used to have a program of giving scholarship funds to high schoolers here at the Winthrop High School. We had an application, and that was a way for us to be in the schools and have a faces to our name and recruit people and the young people. That was we don't have the funds to fund ourselves right now, no less give away money to high school kids. So we haven't done our scholarship program in a long time. But other than that, we don't really go out and do presentations like this very often. So
You
I
should.
I'm
you
sorry.
should.
I haven't seen a lot of advertising of your club. You know, maybe if you could get out there a little bit more.
It comes back to volunteer time and somebody that's willing to put in the effort and the time to do it. And unfortunately, we just don't have that person right
But
now.
even on Facebook.
We are on Facebook and we do have a little bit of a presence and we post actively in the winter when we are doing things. But unfortunately, the way Facebook's algorithms work, if you stop posting, you drop off everybody's feed. So we'll start posting again in October when we start clearing trails and we'll kind of pick back up. Midwinter will be peak. And then once we stop posting in the spring, we kind of just fall back off again. So, yeah.
I can add on, just add on the getting memberships. There are 250 to 300 registered snowmobiles just in Winthrop. There was a lot of years we'd send out a letter to each and every one of them.
We still
and maybe
do.
We still do
We
that.
still do.
Yes.
maybe get 5 responses that will join out of that many hundred.
We actually do that mailing several times a year.
Or a couple posters around town, like at Audette's, and just say we're meeting for a ride on
It used to be
Sunday.
easy when you had the advertiser. It was
Yeah.
in paper all.
Right.
Well, Keith stopped doing it. He had a heart attack.
Oh,
was the
I
end
have
of
no
that.
idea.
I honestly didn't even notice until you mentioned it. The advertiser stopped coming. I was like, oh, now that you mentioned it, I hadn't seen it in a long time.
Money to publish.
We do have the Lake Region, but
Yeah. And once you're a member, your email address is registered with us, and I send a blast of emails to the people on that list. So the 75 to 100 people that we have as members get email announcing things like we have a big project, like those trees are down, please come and help, and our monthly meetings and anything special that we have going on. But that's.
Linda had a question.
So if your crowd is only about 100 and there are almost 300 listed in Winthrop, and you're only in Winthrop, your numbers are
Correct.
Where do those other 200?
So,
Private land.
So my family is a family membership that counts as one. We own and register 4 snowmobiles. So you'll find that like Nancy and Peter, they're a family of one, but they register two snowmobiles. Rita and Mo, you guys are a family of one, but you register two snowmobiles. So a lot of times we're finding that households have multiple sleds, and a lot of times people just don't respond, unfortunately.
Is there a way? I don't want.
No, you're good.
Is there a way that you could allow new people to rent one or to make it to try it out?
No,
That to me would be an excellent way.
no, that would be an insurance liability thing here.
How do you know that your snowmobilers are safe drivers?
We don't,
We don't.
we don't.
There's no training
No.
program? or
No.
You don't have to be a member to ride the
No,
trails.
and you don't have to be a member to ride the trail.
Well, that's the problem.
Mm.
They can use
So
it.
we have no way to enforce it.
So I know it happened really late last year at the end of the season and it rained that day, but
Don't worry about
through Maine Cabin Masters, it kind of organized a ride that they started there at the woodshed, and then it went to TJ's, and then it went to the White Duck.
It was the second or third Saturday in February and it
Right.
rained.
But it was very late planning, but
Oh.
we had kind of talked to her when she started talking, it was like 2 weeks before it was gonna happen, when she started talking to us about it. I just think that would be like a great way to promote our club.
Yep.
I don't know if they're planning on doing that, but they went to 4 different places.
In Winthrop.
Right, which is kind of cool. Well, I mean,
305.
Woodshed is in Manchester, but
Yeah.
if they're gonna do that again, it was run through the people at the Woodshed. It might just be a
Right.
great way to be like, hey,
I think Rita just
Hillandalers.
volunteered herself.
Yeah.
I did
think
not,
so, too.
I
You
tried to
just-
last year
Yeah.
and she wanted, she wanted to talk to somebody who was like
Like in charge.
important, and I'm not important.
Oh, you are just as important as the rest of us.
Yeah,
That's-
But I'm just, but if they're planning on doing something like that, I think that'd be a great way to promote our club.
Yeah.
Because they were on mostly our trails the entire time,
Right.
Yeah.
but I don't even think you guys knew about it.
I was gonna say, I'm,
So
I
the Trail
didn't know
Master
about
wasn't out there doing, well, it
So
ended up raining that
did
day.
it happen or no?
It did happen.
It did.
It was mud.
In the
It was
mud.
mud.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
a mud ride.
Right,
And speaking of businesses, so for example, when TJ's moved from Monmouth up here to Winthrop, we met with the owners of TJ's and asked them if they would like us to build a snowmobile trail to their restaurant. Well, yes, they said. They didn't ask me personally, yes.
Yeah, we asked.
Like,
We asked.
We asked them, would you like us, so, last year, we built the snowmobile trail off
Off the trail to get.
the trail to get to TJ's, so that's a great relationship.
So is it just Winthrop people? Is it Monmouth? Is Monmouth separate?
Monmouth has their own club,
Oh,
Beachfield has their own club.
Beachfield has their own club, Manchester has their own club. Yeah.
Do we have to combine and have like a group club? In each little. They're very, no, it's very particular, yeah. They're very particular about their own trails.
I don't know how that would work. I don't know.
I don't know, and their own equipment and.
Right, I think it's a reimbursement.
State might, yeah.
would be the
Yeah,
problem.
the state might have an issue with that, but.
I thought it was the Hillandalers, excuse me, that send me a letter because they come up through my cottage from Wilson
You're a
Pond.
landowner?
Yes,
Oh,
Okay.
thank
from
you.
Wilson
Thank you.
Pond, which I think the part they come onto is Wayne. I have this much in Monmouth, but they come up on the Wayne part, off of the lake through to Androscoggin.
Yeah.
And that's not you?
That's
No.
not us.
Oh,
No.
okay, because they've been,
Anyway, 'cause
I
they-
was gonna give you a compliment and say
Yeah.
they've been very good where
there
the
still.
beach area is. They put a little ramp so it doesn't churn up what little beach we have. And they fix it in the spring. Okay.
And kudos to Heather's husband, Steve, who is our trail master, because he has worked so hard in the last several years to do the signage out on our trails. I don't know if you've ever noticed, there are some
Mhm.
green and white, green signs with white lettering. We had all those printed, because you go to these different, you connect to the next town over and you don't know where you're going, and signage is not that great. So we've gone really out of our way to have good signage, and we've gotten a lot of great feedback on that. Yes.
So I live near, I live on Memorial Drive. And I live near where the trolley tracks are. Have you guys still have permission to come through there?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Okay, that's great.
Yes.
And the other thing I wanted to say is my son Matt and my grandson are big snowmobilers, four-wheelers. They got so disgusted in the last 3 years with our snow quality. They go to Sinclair.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, the last
Everybody's
3
going
years
Yeah.
had really
yeah,
put a damper on snowmobiling everywhere.
right.
Yeah. So we're hoping
Yeah.
this year, keep calm
Right.
and pray for snow.
May
Yes.
I just say, this is such a great way for new people that move to the state to find others with a common interest. Is there any way that you could find out who's new and then provide a way they can try it out? Because it is, I was up in the northern county where they came and had a party in the whole motel. I mean, they had a really good time. And there was a bunch from Winthrop of women that used to go in a group over weekend.
Was it at who said? I was gonna say, was it Lynn Reed?
Lynn Roberts Reed.
Lynn Roberts Reed.
Yes, to go with it.
Yeah.
And the other thing that is neat for a new person is they had the progressive dinner through the Arboretum. This was for snow skiers. Whatever, not downhill. But you could go from table to table and the restaurants ran it. There were like 10 restaurants. That was so super, and we were new here. And it's very hard for new people to feel at home with the people of Maine. They're not eager for people from away. And you have that thing on you and forever. To feel that it's a very welcoming community. I'm excited about this. I think it's wonderful.
Thanks.
There's someone who's not moving to Maine from Arizona.
So are you gonna go buy a snowmobile now?
Well, I'm not, I'm pretty old for this. What is your average age? I mean, 30s, 40s?
Of riders in general or?
I honestly
don't know.
couldn't tell you.
Who the oldest one is or who the youngest one is?
The youngest one is probably Colton Cobb, and he is 7.
7. Yes.
And then our oldest is,
77.
I was gonna say Bob.
Oh, you?
The first,
Good.
I could have said you, Nan.
All right, thanks.
Thank
Yes.
What kind of safety programs do you present? Do you, at one of your monthly meetings, do you do any safety?
You missed me.
You have to be a certain age to
Cross the road.
cross roads on snowmobiles. Do you have to be a certain age to ride a snowmobile?
The way.
No, you do not. No. Um,
I think that's more.
so there's no, we don't have anything to do with teaching people how to snowmobile. The only thing that we require is that our groomers have to be certified each year. So there is a training program for groomers to be certified.
That's the rich builders or the.
No, those are the ones that actually go out and drive the equipment and groom the trails for us. Yep, so they run the 4-wheelers and the trucks and scout.
They'll let anybody come help build.
Oh, absolutely.
Help build.
Or clear brush or walk.
Clear brush or walk the trails. Yes.
Why did Augusta fail? Not enough people interested?
Not enough,
Not enough snow.
not enough volunteers and not enough young people coming in to take over.
The big tent.
Yeah.
And a nice clubhouse too.
Did they sell it? We used to have a clubhouse, actually. It was on Narrows Pond
It's
Road.
It's mine.
It's yours?
Oh, it's yours, Mary.
Did you write it back?
Belongs to you?
Yeah, we bought the snowmobile club and bought one of those groomers.
Oh, okay.
True story.
One thing that Maine is so used to being considered outdoorsy and this
Nature.
type of stuff, but doesn't the state, I mean, I talked about the money deal, but wouldn't they want to promote this kind of outdoor?
They do.
They do promote it. Yeah.
They do to a certain.
And the further south you go in the state,
Yeah.
the clubs are smaller and smaller, and our mere little 30 miles of trails, you go up to Aroostook County.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, my
I would
goodness.
think the smaller ones like us and Monmouth or whoever's the closest to us would combine. Wouldn't that help? Or can they combine the
It has a
trails?
lot to do with the money. The money's coming back from town. So if they have more people than we do, then they're not gonna give us part of their money.
Oh,
You know, I think a lot of it is financial.
Right.
oh,
The reimbursement isn't great from the state.
For years, Maine did not do very much to promote the leafing, the leaf peepers. And then they caught on and they've really gotten into that now that they want people to come here in autumn. We have what New Hampshire and Vermont has, but we just didn't promote it. I think they are doing it now. Maybe the state needs to be waked up a bit. It is unique.
It's just like.
Well, to get snow is not a problem.
It's just.
Yeah.
Past 2 years have been terrible.
Yeah.
Cancel the plans. They don't want us to-
That's right.
mm.
I think that's it. Bob, do you have anything else to say? Now that you're
Just a couple
snowmobiling?
of little notes. Joe Furlop mentioned,
Yes.
he was very much into
I've been
and part of why we have a Maine Snowmobile Association. He was really big into forming the state chapter.
The MSA.
The MSA,
The
yeah.
MSA.
Yeah,
Yep.
that was one thing. So that not only the trail maps, the organization itself started with his help. Costs are normally more than $14,000 for just expenses, not to buy equipment. Then we have a different grant that you have to apply for if you're gonna buy a piece of equipment.
Okay. Mary, I think we're all set.
Right.